Welcome to Podcapers, the official podcast of A Place to Hang Your Cape. And this week, sometimes you have to go back to the beginning to see where it all went wrong. We're doing an audio commentary of Suicide Squad 2016. Cue the music! Hello there, Capers, and as I said, welcome to Podcapers, the official podcast of A Place to Hang Your Cape. My name's Scott James Merridew, and this is a show where we talk about various geek and nerd-related topics, and I'm joined each week by a very special different guest. Continuing the God knows how long now torture of her through various bad films, it's Jillian Diblasio.
Hello.
Are you excited, Jillian?
I mean, not really, but, we're here.
Did you see this movie when it first came out, or?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I sat through, I thought it would be good, and it wasn't.
Yeah, because that's the thing you see. I was talking about this last episode when we did our review of The Suicide Squad, which I really enjoyed. And it got me thinking about the original. I thought, okay, so why exactly was that movie so bad? I mean, there are lots of reasons, but why exactly? And then I realized I do not want to have to go back and review that movie. So let's just watch it.
Yeah.
And we're going to do that right now. But before we do that, we have to do the news. Going to get through the news as quick as we can because we've got a big old movie to watch. First of all, the new cast for the live-action Avatar series has been announced. Most people will probably be aware of that by now, but it's worth pointing out that these kids, they've announced the actors for Aang, Katara, Sokka, and Zuko. Gordon Cormier will be playing Aang. Kiwantio Tarbell, probably mispronounced the actor, do apologise, will play Katara, Ian Owsley will play Sokka, and Dallas Liu will play Zuko. I don't know a lot about these characters, except for Tarbell, who I know from Anne with an E. You ever watch Anne with an E?
Nope.
It's Anne of Green Gables. But modern. Well, not modern. It's...
Edgy? Is it like an edgy version?
No, not at all. It's pretty nice, actually.
Okay.
But she's a First Nations actor who's now going to be playing a First Nation... Well, not an actual First Nations, but First Nations-inspired character, so that's great. And in fact, all these guys seem pretty damn great. I don't know a lot about them because they're very young actors, but I'm sure they'll be great in a show that we 100% do not need. Other casting news, something that, again, we don't really need, but I'm kind of looking forward to just because it's been so long since this was first announced. We've got, well, we already knew the cast, but we've got the first images and a release date for the upcoming Cowboy Bebop live-action series, looking at John Cho, Mustafa Shakir, and Daniela Pineda as Spike Spiegel, Jet Black, and Faye Valentine, respectively. I'm looking at some of the images they have right now, and I gotta say, they look pretty good.
Cool. I mean,
Yeah.
Both these shows I don't care about anymore because I have no faith in them.
I mean, I have no faith in it either. I mean, Cowboy Bebop is one of my favorite animes of all time, but you know what? It might be cool. Like, Cowboy Bebop, I feel like lends itself to a live-action adaptation more than Avatar does. But you know what? I'll wait till I see it. Maybe they'll surprise me. Maybe they won't. More casting news. Idris Elba is going to be Knuckles.
Nice.
From Sonic.
I mean,
Why?
Because Idris Elba can do no wrong.
I mean, we know this to be true, but still, why? That's so bizarre to me. Idris Elba as Knuckles. Ben Schwartz as Sonic? Yeah, I see that. Idris Elba? I don't know. Maybe he'd be good. He's done voice acting before, like that water buffalo guy from Zootopia / Zootropolis. So, yeah, you know what? Fine. Sure. Fine. Other news, Robin's fucking gay! Oh, yes. Tim Drake was recently out in the comics to be, we don't know if he's bisexual or not, so most people just be calling him queer so far, and that's really cool.
Didn't Tim Drake have a girlfriend?
He did. This is why some people are using the term bisexual. But now he's showing interest in another guy. And that's just great.
Sure.
Yeah. I just wanted to point that out because comic news and it's worth talking about. And that is basically the news. Before we go into the actual show proper, here are some ads. Check them out.
And now we're pleased to bring you our feature presentation.
So this is kind of a long movie, so I don't see why we should waste any time with all the preamble. You capers know what it's all about. Jillian, you know what it's all about. I know what it's all about. So, same standard rules for audio commentary apply. We're going to watch the movie together. I'm going to count down from 3 to 1, and on 1, not before or after, we're all going to hit play together and watch this goddamn train wreck of a movie. Jillian, are you ready?
As ready as I'll ever be.
Fun fact, capers, Jillian's watching this on HBO Max while I'm watching it on Netflix. Let's hope this all works out fine.
Yes, thank you, America.
This is why today's episode is sponsored by Surfshark. No, I wish. Fucking everyone's sponsored by Surfshark except for me! Anyway, let's get started. Are you ready, Jillian?
Yep.
Right. 3, 2, 1. Ooh, it's a neon Warner Brothers sign.
It's totally going to be off slightly because the HBO Max app is terrible.
Are we going to be okay to go forward?
Yeah, no, we can go forward. I might just be a little off for you because it needed a couple of seconds to load because HBO Max app is terrible.
That's why I haven't got it.
Well, my sister bought this, so...
Oh, okay.
I'm not putting any money towards this crap.
Oh, that's hot. That's hot. Standard American cuisine.
Yep.
You know, I don't think the Deadshot in the comics would waste his time with petty revenge. Maybe that's just me.
But the question is, Will Smith would do that, so...
Oh, yeah. Will Smith's all about the revenge.
And that's all that matters, is what Will Smith would do.
What would Will Smith do? You know, why did they give her big, fabric to her so she could suspend herself in a cell? Why would they do that? They take away your shoelaces.
I think she tore her uniform to make it.
So we went from one big song to another big song. The soundtrack is so stuffed in this movie. It's unbelievable. Ugh. I'm so glad Margot Robbie has more control of this character now.
Yep.
Is there some sort of knocking on your side?
Oh, yeah, they're doing construction. Like, everywhere. I don't have a room that I could go to where you won't hear it.
I guess we'll just have to live with that.
You just have to live with it.
I mean, we have to live with this movie. Honestly,
Yeah.
if it's a distraction, I'm grateful for it.
Yeah, they're like fixing the apartment next door.
Well, this is some horrifying imagery.
Yep.
Okay, they've commented on her appearance like 5 times already. We're not even... We're not even 5 minutes into the movie. And now it's another song! Fucking hell!
Well, that's what happens when you have trailer editors edit a movie.
Oh, yeah. People started noticing birds a lot more. Remember how bad Batman v Superman was?
I'd prefer not to, but if the movie's gonna remind me, sure.
That's some bad effects on the titles. Was he a national hero? I don't think he was around long enough to be a national hero.
I don't remember Batman v Superman. I try to get it out of my brain as quick as possible. So, like, I don't remember what his standing was by the end of that film.
I seem to remember him crashing satellites. Like, I don't think he really shared a lot of values. For some reason. Assassin for Hire, Human Arsenal, Lethal from 4000. Too much text! I'm only one man, I can't read that fast.
Yeah, another song.
Oh, yeah. You'd think elite clientele would understand the rules of hiring a hitman.
No. They don't.
This is the thing that I don't like about this movie so much, is that the individual pieces could work. I buy Will Smith as this cool assassin guy. It's just he's in this movie.
Yeah.
Why did he put the mask on?
Because it's cool.
But why, though?
So no one could identify him.
But there was no one down there.
Well, what if some random person just happened to walk out of a building, you know? You gotta be careful.
Then maybe don't abseil down the side of a building.
I mean, he's got to get out quick, man. You know.
Yeah, he's got to buy his girl a
Also,
play doll.
He's Will Smith. Will Smith doesn't take the stairs.
That is true.
He does that every time.
It's abseiling, motorcycle, or jumping out of a helicopter. That's his main method of transportation.
Yeah, he can't take stairs. It's in his contract.
That's because I'm written really poorly.
Yeah, I like the father-daughter relationship in the new one way better.
Yeah, and odd enough, they spend less time on it in that version.
Yeah. It's also just funnier how they just yell at each other. Then why are you here? Why didn't you just wait?
Please don't kill him, he's my favorite DC character! I'm just gonna stand here and let this small child be a human meat shield. I'm Batman. Hey, officers, Batman just swooped out on me for no reason and handcuffed me to this railing. And then he walks away. Okay. She's accomplice to the murder of Robin. I hope you got that, Capers, otherwise you've just completely missed a huge plot point in the Snyderverse.
Yep.
I mean, you got me a rat, so...
God, he's such a piece of shit.
Ugh. I mean, they just skipped over just a ton of stuff for both of them.
Yep.
It's someone really trying hard to get an Oscar. Oh, wait, that's me. I'd like to point out that this is what the movie portrays as a true romance, people.
I would like to point out that that doesn't even happen in the comics, from my understanding.
No, it doesn't. It was portrayed as an unhealthy relationship right from the start, even in the original cartoon that she first appeared in.
Stupidest fucking thing.
Everyone's costume design is so overboard. Jared Leto, never say loins ever again. Okay, we completely skipped over her whole origin story, basically, but we are spending way too much time watching her dance in a club.
Yep.
I can't imagine the Joker in a nightclub. That's weird to me.
I mean, I can't imagine the Joker looking how he does in this throughout this whole movie. So, you know.
It screams trying too hard.
Yeah. And now it's a car chase. My question is, what did the nightclub scene establish at all? Like, in theory, I feel like you could have just cut to the car chase.
Yeah, it's... I mean, well, we gotta put, the scene of Margot Robbie just dancing sexily. But she can't swim? What the fuck? Grown-ass woman. Go to the YMCA, get yourself some lessons.
Also, she's a gymnast. You would think that she learned swimming
Oh,
at
yeah.
some point.
Where did the Joker go?
I mean, he swam, obviously.
But Batman jumped in right after the car went in.
He swam to his underwater lair.
Sure, why not? We're working on Dr. Evil logic here, why not? Ugh, bat breath. Okay, 54
Oh my god, we're still going with these fucking character things.
We're nearly 20 minutes in, and we haven't even gone to the reason why they're forming. Hi, I'm here to remind people that this is part of the GCU.
Yep.
Okay, so we spent like fucking 10 minutes on Harley Quinn, but like 2 minutes with Captain Boomerang.
We also spent like 10 minutes with Deadshot. Right, it's Deadshot in this one, right? I already forgot.
Yeah, it is Deadshot.
Okay.
It's not Bloodsport.
Whatever. The assassin.
Don't worry, it's just makeup. Oscar award-winning makeup.
Yep. That's nice that they allowed him in a sewer prison.
Yeah, it's very thematically appropriate. He's also the one that gets the least amount of character development. By which I mean he gets 0 character development. Oh my god, you kidnapped Hermione Granger? That's not a cave. Oh, that's a cave.
Yeah, that's a cave. Well, yeah, well, come on, man. You gotta give this movie at least some credit.
June, I'm going to make you look really stupid.
Well, I wonder what is she? You know, I did think about this during the sequel or whatever, the reboot, whatever the fuck we're calling the Suicide Squad. I was wondering, like, oh man, she must be so upset to find out that, you know, Flag's dead and shit.
Yeah.
Like, are they still a thing? I don't even know. I assume they were.
I'm assuming that she's still fucking traumatized over the fact that she killed countless people as the Enchantress and basically took over a whole city.
Yeah.
No happy ending for June.
And now her, you know, her significant other is gone. I want a showdown between June, not crazy dancing her, just like, you know, her being a badass, and the Peacemaker.
Oh god, yeah.
Make that happen, you know, it's time for revenge.
Hey, he's got a TV series coming up. Yeah, we really need to know his golf handicap. Just remind people that this is a funny movie where we saw someone get force-fed right at the beginning. I'm really, really cold. I don't know why I thought this was a good idea. They're basically in love because the movie tells us so.
Yeah.
We don't find out anything about their relationship, why they care about each other. It's just, Kryptonite.
Yep. Batman.
The Flash. Wonder Woman. Aquaman. Cyborg, technically. Shazam isn't around yet, but if he came around, they'd surely recruit him. You have options, guys. And then we have the one aspect of the Suicide Squad that they actually got right, aside from including supervillains. And even then, they didn't really get that right later on. Like the covert stuff. But it's not about national defense, it's about cleaning up America's, off the books messes.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't really see Amanda Waller letting June Moon, who's got like a crazy powerful sorceress inside of her, just walk around free.
I don't either.
Yeah, she would have, unfairly, yes, but she would have definitely locked her the fuck up. Gone, gone, the form of man. Arise, the demon. Etriga. Ooh, wrong person. Oh my god, she can transform into a weird looking goth! What does it take to impress this guy?
Yeah, I know.
Okay, so she can teleport into foreign lands and get whatever kind of documents or intel or anything that she likes from there and then teleport immediately back in the space of seconds. Why the fuck would they waste her in an off the books Black Ops squad? Just have her on her own. You don't need anyone else. It's just her. Let's put the sorceress up with the guy who can throw boomerangs really well. That makes sense.
In theory, if they were to do it right, I mean, they could use. I would just use them for separate missions.
So at this point, I'd like to point out that both Joe Killerman and Viola Davis give much better performances in the other movie. I mean, they look bored out of their fucking minds.
I mean, yeah.
Devil's got nice style. Okay, why didn't they do all the intro stuff now when she's touring the prison? Wouldn't that make it flow a bit better? I don't know.
Probably. I honestly don't think there's a version of this movie where you could make that super long intro flow well because it's
Uh,
just way too long. Like those scenes needed to be broken up.
Maybe over the course of the movie, they reveal the backstory slowly, or
Yeah, something.
I'm a guy who can do all sorts of crazy shit with fire that doesn't want to do crazy shit with fire. Aren't I a fun character? Again, this is interesting. I like this idea. Like, it. Imagine if the movie was just about him. Not even this movie. He was in his own separate movie. Former gangster, has pyro powers, doesn't want to use again, wants to go on the straight and narrow. Like a supervillain trying to reform himself. That's interesting. But it's in this movie! Wait, no, they already know. They already know what he can do. Why are they getting him to, like, prove himself? What was the point of all the long intros showing how badass he is if they're just going to do it again?
Because this movie doesn't know what it wants to be. It doesn't know how to pace anything.
That's the level of humor this movie's at. Oh god, pray for us. I will admit, I kind of like Will Smith in this scene, though. Just like the look of his excitement in his eye when he's got a gun in his hand again. I kind of like that. He hasn't even got his eye thing.
Yeah.
I mean, really, you should be talking to that person from Fuller House about that. She's got the info. It makes perfect sense. They're the most disavowable people you could ever want in your squad. If everyone sees them, it's like, oh, well, they're really not involved with them because they're criminals. Like, think about it, goddammit. These characters aren't supposed to be this stupid. Oh god, more of this guy. Okay, so here's an idea. I know people have talked about this before, but it bears repeating. What if the Joker was the villain of this movie?
I mean, that's pretty much what everyone and their mother said when it first came out. I don't know what to tell you. It would be probably a better movie.
I'm trying to reinvent this movie as we go because we're over. We're half an hour in. We're fucking half an hour in, and the story hasn't even started yet. Seriously, like this is basic pacing and story structure. Okay, 3-act structure. First 20 minutes, half an hour. You're supposed to have introduced all the characters, gotten the ball rolling, and they should have already have started going on their narrative journey. They haven't even left the fucking prison yet.
I mean, we gotta make this movie 2 hours somehow.
Why? You know, because the fact this guy is just so easy to find, it's kind of a wonder how no other supervillain that's affiliated with any of the other supervillains tried to get to them through him. Like, why didn't Diablo's form a gang or something try and get to him? I don't know.
I mean, I don't know who else is in the prison, but my best guess is that nobody else really cared about anybody to, like, actually bother to go and get them out.
That's fair. I mean, definitely no one's coming for Captain Boomerang.
Yeah, exactly.
And there's Joel Kinnaman, just enjoying his late-night chicken while his girlfriend's asleep. I'm beginning to think that the security on this person isn't great. She's literally just in the hotel room. And also the briefcase containing the source of her power is just sitting there and not in a locked safe somewhere deep underground surrounded by armed guards 24/7.
Yeah, no. That would be smart.
Is Midway City from the comics?
I don't know. You're asking the wrong person.
I'm just wondering because there's so many different cities in the DC universe. I've never heard of Midway, but I can't help but wondering if they made it up for this movie just because they know that any other city would have at least one superhero guarding it. Oh yeah, that's another thing. This guy gets fucking possessed by her brother, I guess, and never get a resolution for him. I'm pretty sure he dies later. Spoiler alert. No happy ending for this random guy. Like how earlier Viola Davis was just like, okay, so we've got her heart, but she's got his. Like, maybe putting the guy in charge of making sure that she doesn't do anything bad, being emotionally compromised by the same person, is a recipe for fucking disaster!
You know, I think it's a brilliant idea.
Really.
Yeah.
Again, the characters aren't this stupid in the comics. See, this is what happens when you don't social distance.
I mean, I was going to say this is why I don't take the subway. But
Oh shit, it's Venom! Crikey, that was quick. I don't know why I'm complaining. It's been nearly 40 minutes, but Jesus.
yeah, fuck calling Batman or any of the other superheroes we know about.
Why is he fighting them? I thought he wanted to be part of the thing so that they get a bunch of shit for his kid.
Well, they never agreed to doing that stuff for him.
That's bad.
That's the thing. He said, "This is what I want. You're not writing it down." And they're like, "You're in no position to negotiate." So he said, "Well, fuck you guys then."
I suppose. I'm just wondering about. So these are supposed to be like the elite soldiers that they want for this Task Force X thing, and yet they're all being taken out by just like a bunch of guys. Like Killer Croc went down really easy. I'm also going to say this really loudly for everyone to hear. Because I'm pretty sure we never actually do find out what happens to him. This character is gone. I'm not going to miss him, but still, he's gone. Damn it, why did we only bring guns? Feel like there might be a few other ways. Wait, here's a question. Why don't they look similar? Like, she's just a person and he's all, like, CGI and shit. And, oh dear. Oh dear. She looks like evil Amidala from The Phantom Menace.
I mean, I think this is also a nod to Metropolis,
Okay.
the old black and white film. That I remember that's the first thing I thought when I saw this back whenever it first came out. I haven't seen Metropolis in a while, so I cannot confirm that, but either way, it's stupid.
Yeah. I mean, even if that definitely was the case, like, that's a weird reference. At this point, I'd like to point out the Flash is at home eating popcorn. Or what, pop song number 37? She's going to be much better in the other movie. She's much better in the other movies. She's really good in the other movies. Just remind yourself constantly. I want to like him. I do, but... Oh yeah. This guy. The only one that doesn't get a flashy intro, and what's his gimmick? Ropes. You wipe your ass wrong. You die. You gaze at the sky for a couple of seconds. You die. You don't subscribe to the right podcast. You die. Shut up and start shooting people. Oh, God. I swear half the budget of this film is just licensing the music. Yeah, I've been playing a little bit of some of the Arkham games, and honestly, I never envisioned Killer Croc from those games in a fucking hoodie. Oh, God. So let's talk about the male gaze, Jillian.
Yes.
That went heavily on this character and her fucking costume. And the worst part is, she picks up the original Harley Quinn costume and then throws it away for this stripperella-inspired outfit.
Yeah.
Did Rick Flag change his hair? I swear his haircut was different in the previous scene.
Yeah. Probably.
Sorry, are we calling glowing orbs of death terrorist activity now? That just means that word has lost all meaning now, hasn't it?
I mean, considering that the US still refuses to call white people terrorists, it's already lost its meaning.
Yeah. Yeah. Not to get all political for a second, but you remember that guy who recently parked a van or something full of explosives in Washington, D.C., said he would only talk to President Biden? Fox News recently said they had no clue as to his motivations.
Yeah.
It's kind of ridiculous. Ooh, he said the title of the movie. Did you get that?
Yeah.
Oh god, this character. Okay, so we got an expert swordswoman whose sword houses the souls of everyone she's ever killed with it. That is fucking awesome. Why is she in this movie? To be more clear, why is she in this movie in this way? They hired her as a mercenary? I thought the whole point was you had people that you could control. Why would you need her? Here's what, little rewrite. Why doesn't she track a bunch of Yakuza over to America and kill them, and that's why she's in prison, and that's why she gets recruited into this whole thing. Instead, she's just here, and she has Rick Flag's back, and that's her backstory. Let's point out that by this point in the Suicide Squad movie, not only were they already on the island, had a bunch of different character development, set up their personalities, their backstories, and even killed half the cast.
Yeah, I was gonna say half the cast was already dead by now.
Nearly an hour in, we've only just got... This is the same problem that Fan Stick had, but a shorter runtime. There's terrible pacing, terrible structure, and just no clues to what's going on. Nothing set up properly. There's a fucking portal in the sky, man. No, he's not a bad liar. It's the fact that there's a fucking portal in the sky, man. You didn't need to figure out that he was lying. This movie is so fucking unaware of itself. It's actually kind of obnoxious.
Yep.
Why are they playing Spirit in the Sky when they're doing this?
Because there's lights in the sky.
That's not a good enough reason! Ride of the Valkyries! Anything from Apocalypse Now! Bad Moon Rising! Like any Vietnam War song, anything! But no, they went with Spirit in the Sky.
Who shot the plane down?
Don't know. And they're all fine. Not even a mild case of whiplash. How? How are you all okay? And so here we go with another problem with this movie. Sorry to keep on going on and on and on, but why are there so many soldiers with them? The whole point is that they wouldn't need soldiers. They've already got the bombs to their necks. That's deterrent enough. Unless you're really, really stupid like this guy, because he's about to die. Well, I mean, I've just met you and you seem really sketchy and, everyone's surrounded by soldiers. But yeah, sure, I'm going to buy the fact that the bomb in my neck that supposedly exists is not real. These people are too stupid to live. No wonder they're called Suicide Squad. No one try and stop him or grab him or anything. God, even his head exploding was lame. They can show us violent images of someone being force-fed through the nose, but, one head going... No. That's another thing. Sorry to keep on going on, but this movie just constantly assaults me with its awfulness. Diablo's dialogue is terrible. Possibly the worst of any of them. Do you think?
I mean, Diablo doesn't really say much.
That's half the problem, and when he does talk, it's just like stereotypical Latin gangster speak. And going back to the whole soldier thing, so there are already a bunch of soldiers in Midway City, couldn't beat them. What do you think these guys will do? Just because they got like the son of Clint Eastwood there doesn't mean it's going to help anything.
Maybe it's the soldiers, they know they're going to die and they're just using them so they can get further to the goal. I don't know.
But the whole point is that the supervillains are the expendable ones and no one else is. Or maybe I'm just trying to fill in the fucking blanks of this patchwork movie. That's 2 hours! Oh my god, it's the fucking mushroom zombies from The Last of Us! That's not what he asked. Finally, some fucking action. Where did he get that drink from?
The writers of the movie.
I suppose. Oh my god, it's Game of Thrones Season 8 Coffee Gate all over again. Again, movie with just her. I'd be fine with that. Okay, so why don't the soldiers' guns work, but the Suicide Squad's guns work? Plot. This is like the ballistic equivalent of plot armor. She's taking them out with a baseball bat. Okay, so this is another thing. We saw briefly there for a second there, the pink unicorn. And it was established earlier, unless you missed it, that Captain Boomerang has a fetish for pink unicorns. And that's it. And we occasionally see the pink unicorn, but it never gets brought up again. If this movie really cared about, being funny, they'd have him, give the pink unicorn he's got with him a name. Do you think?
Yeah.
Super slow-mo. Okay, this action scene's been going on for about 2 minutes now, and I'm already bored. This is what happens when you make the bad guys like faceless monsters.
I feel like their look also degraded as the fight scene went on.
Yeah, they started off like, ooh, look at them vibrate and shiver and sway and all sorts. And now they're just, sorry, he did give it a name. He called it Pinky. I do apologize. I take that back. There, this movie gets 1 point. And it came via a unicorn. This isn't funny! Well, maybe you've got a fucking crocodile man with you. For some reason, I get the impression that this guy would be much funnier in a yellow t-shirt. Don't know why. It's alright, guys. We'll be fine. We're nameless, generic, soldiers. When has that ever happened? Oh, hello. Okay, so does that mean she's had to kiss every single one of them in order to turn them into those things? Because we've seen like dozens of them so far.
Yes.
Oh man, I could have been in Watchmen. I'm in this movie. But the national anthem's not even playing. Why didn't you just get into the other helicopter and go there straight away? You know, one of the helicopters didn't crash. I'm wondering what's going to happen in this building. Might we get, perchance, another pointless and boring action scene?
I think a lot of glass is gonna break.
Yeah. How did she get in there? No one saw that?
Nobody was really paying attention, to be fair.
It's not like it's their job to fucking watch her. Okay, we can't do elevator fight scenes anymore. Captain America already beat you to it. Why did they act all surprised when she beat like the creatures up? They already saw her do that earlier.
Because she's a woman, so it's surprising.
But then why would they bring her into the team if they didn't think that she could fight? And Katana's a woman. I just. If ever there's a reason to smash the patriarchy, it's this movie. The sexism in it is insidious. Also, gender equality and eliminating, centuries of oppression. But, mainly this movie. You can't kill me, May. I'm due to die in the first 5 minutes of the next movie.
Yep.
I'd like to apologise to everyone in Australia for my terrible Australian accent. I'm working on it, and I'm sorry. That's all you can say. Is that they keep on swarming him. Get off me. I couldn't possibly fight them off myself. I was going to just say, despite all their attempt to inject so much neon into like the graphics and stuff, this movie looks fucking ugly.
I know. It really is astonishing.
Like, it looks so grimy and grey and like tinged with green in the worst possible way. It's so unappealing. If you won't stand for nothing, what'll you fall for, Burr? I can't remember the exact lyrics. I want to be in the room where it happens. What, is that all it fucking took?
Yes.
A couple of vague threats and insults, and so like, oh, I'd never do fire again, but now he's doing fire again. Damn, if only we brought the rope guy, he could have gotten us down straight down. Oh wait, they're going up. Never mind.
I mean, he went up
Yeah.
before he died. They just needed to shoot something up, you know?
Oh, now we're getting more Harley Quinn backstory.
All because she looked down a flight of stairs. That's what triggered it.
Now, see, there are elements here that shows just how the Joker views her in a sort of like, I want someone to be obsessed with me as much as I am obsessed with myself sort of thing. But this this movie portrays it like it's some sort of great romance.
I wouldn't even argue that this is portraying this as a great romance. Like, I just don't know what this is. Like, I don't know what they're doing. It's very confusing. Because it's like, on one hand, it's not a romance, but on the other hand, there's romantic elements. So it's like, I don't, it's just it's confusing. It's like, I don't know what you're trying to say or do.
Yeah, I don't even think the movie knows. He just knows that people like Harley Quinn and just shoved her in there. And then you got things like this. Like, is it dissolving their clothes?
I don't know. I was wondering what those colors were.
That's all these people say is
there's
fucking...
another hour of this? Holy fucking shit.
I know, it's... Any other movie, we'd be, nearing the end of the second act, but we've got one more hour.
What, lady? What truffle?
Oh, was that your cat?
Yeah, she was meowing. She has things to say.
I find this movie to be trite and uninspired. And yeah, this is the big reveal that Waller is in fact the target. She fucked everything up and got herself into a bad situation and got the task force to get her out and pretends like that was part of her grand plan. And you know what? On some level, that might have worked, because if that was part of her grand plan, if that was part of her whole thing to justify Task Force X, then that might be kind of clever. But Task Force X had already gotten the green light, so it just shows her as stupid. And if there's one thing that Amanda Waller is not, it's stupid! Why are you debating philosophy with each other? I mean, I'm fine with it, but just... Oh, shooting. Okay.
I like how this. See, this is the thing. Rick Flag is like okay with her just like shooting her entire team of innocent people.
Yeah. But then he's like, oh, I'm not like you, Hitman, because you kill people. Brr. You were just judging Deadshot for doing the exact same thing. You have nothing. I mean, her entire leverage over them just rests on her holding a phone. Ah. It couldn't like be tied to. It couldn't like be tied to like a heartbeat or something. Like if she dies, then they all die.
I mean, in theory, they could just shoot her, and then she can't push the button.
Deadshot could definitely shoot her. And we still don't know who shot them down in the first place.
No.
And actually, that's a good point. If they hadn't been shooting down in the first place, then would they have just gone to this building, gone out, and then left? Like, imagine if everything went to plan. This whole thing would have just been a waste of all these supervillains.
Yep.
You didn't need them for this.
My only thought is that the Joker shot down the plane, but then, like...
Why?
But then, like, why would he just, like, not stop? Like not stop there, you know what I mean?
Hmm. If he shot down the plane, the helicopter, he would have been waiting for her when it came down. Baby, walk a bit faster, Harley. There we go.
What? Truffle?
She hates this movie as much as the rest of us. At this point in the movie, Deadshot shoots Harley Quinn dead, stone cold, because he's a remorseless killer who doesn't feel attachments to other people. He wouldn't care as long as he gets what he wants. Or maybe this movie will be stupid. Yeah.
I like how the movie tried to give us a fake out with her, like, getting shot. Like, she would have dropped the rope.
Yeah, and also with Harley Quinn, arguably one of DC's most marketable and popular characters.
Also, wouldn't Amanda Waller know that he purposely missed and then just say, "Well, I'm gonna kill you now"?
Yeah. He literally has no reason not to kill her. That's your idea of a good time? Grape soda? Okay, why does Jared Leto sound dubbed in this movie? Was he actually dubbed? Or was he just that unintelligible?
I think he was dubbed because I think there was a version of the script, if I remember correctly, where the Joker was a villain in this. So I do think that they dubbed over him. Because I remember this movie went through script hell even when they were doing reshoots and stuff. So he probably was.
Went through script hell, shooting hell, editing hell, just every kind of hell.
Yeah.
We killed off 2 of DC's most popular characters. Sure.
Well, I'm not a fan of this Joker, so I don't mind him dying.
Yeah, but lots of people are. Well, not this Joker per se, but, the Joker. You can trust me. It's not like I've lied about everything else so far. Also, there wasn't room for the rest of them on there?
Yeah, I was gonna say, why didn't they just all get in there?
Oh god, and she's immediately in trouble again. God damn it, Amanda. You're bad at your job.
Well, here's another thing. What were they? Yes, the mission was, maybe I missed something. Yes, the mission was to get her out. But, what did they plan on doing? Were they just gonna nuke the city after she was out? What was their plan to get rid of the Enchantress?
I don't think they had one.
They're just gonna let her, yeah, she could just have this city, it's fine.
It's Midway City, who cares? It's a freebie. Shit, I need to be in a better superhero movie. What about something at Marvel? Well, the sad music's playing, so it starts raining.
So we're supposed to feel sad.
Yeah. Oh no, the person who physically and emotionally abused me is dead. Feel bad for me.
I don't mind her still being in love with Joker in this movie. What I absolutely can't stand is the fact that we jump from this kind of a relationship with the Joker to he broke up with me and now I hate him.
Yeah, it was a huge course correction, and I get why they did it, but I'd be fine with her being in love with him as long as if anyone else pointed out that it was a ridiculously unhealthy relationship and that he didn't really love her. But
well, that's what I mean. I feel like we needed a movie in between this one and Birds of Prey so that we understood her change better. Because right now it's just oh, I'm in love with him, and now it's oh man, he broke up with me. Let me go on my rampage, kind of thing. There isn't that bridge doesn't exist.
Well, I thought she was already back to full power, but no, I guess
no, she didn't have the heart thing.
Jack Sparrow! Oh wait, wrong heart. Sorry. This movie got so much else in it. She was definitely dubbed. Oh no, she's gonna affect me with fucking fiber optic cables! That's another thing. Individually, the characters might be tolerable. It's their dynamics with each other that really get me. Like, I get what they're going for with Deadshot and Rick Flag, but it doesn't work. Movie. Hi, this is the audience here. We already know this! But we already saw this, didn't we?
We didn't see the rest of it.
We can fill in the blanks, though. There was literally 5 seconds of screen time that we didn't already see. Okay, so why didn't they tell them this?
My guess is that they didn't. The only thing I can think of is why they didn't tell them this is because that would mean that somebody did escape from Waller, which would then give them the idea to escape. And also the thing is that if this person escaped, it's like, well, how are we supposed to defeat them if you couldn't control them when you can control all of us?
I guess, but you think they would have brought that up in the movie at some point? Like, we can't tell them this because.
I agree.
Yeah. Then we get this scene. See, they're real people because they're hanging around in the bar drinking with crocodile men and hitmen and an Australian boomerang thrower. You keep on mentioning that. How could we possibly forget that? Like every other scene, you mention how they're villains. We're bad guys. It's what we do. Oh joy, we're gonna get more backstory for you. We're only nearly an hour and a half into the movie. God. In the comics, he did. Bullshit, you've killed kids for looking at you sideways.
Yeah, but remember, this is Will Smith.
Okay, yeah.
Will Smith doesn't kill women or children.
Oh, what a lovely family domestic scene with him slapping her ass. Again, whole movie, just him. Instead, we get less than 2 minutes of backstory in a fucking 2-hour movie. Sorry, movie. Nope, I do not care about any of these characters enough to buy into the little family bonding session you're doing right now.
Yep.
That's another point. They never go into Killer Croc's whole thing. Like how he grew up a freak and how he's human, but, you know, he's got the whole Croc thing and he feels closer to the animals than other people. None of that, no. Not even Boomerang? You want to go why he throws boomerangs around? That's another good point. Will Smith read that binder really quickly.
He did.
It was a very big binder.
He's Will Smith, you know. It takes him a very short time to do anything, like read stuff, you know. He's a master at everything.
I mean, yeah. When I think of Will Smith, I immediately think speed reader.
Yeah.
Which is why they didn't immediately nuke the city. That's just...
See, I would be more mad at the fact that they were withholding my letters than they didn't give me the specifics of why shit went down in this city. I mean, you still kind of murdered a bunch of people. I'd say you're a piece of shit still.
You already had the whole, okay, I'm not going to shoot him, baby girl, don't worry. Like, I think she knows who you are. Ooh, they got a bad word in there. Ooh. Yeah, I'm back for some reason too. I'm not going to explain it, but then we never explained anything about me. Crikey. Or, Sidewinder missiles. You guys have those. Just saying. It's a literal amphibious mutant lizard man. Like, you're going to turn down that kind of help?
Forget about that. Where did these other people come from? I thought Flag was by himself now.
Honestly, I've stopped paying attention to all the background characters. Oh yeah, this is also your reminder that Katana is a real character in this story and not just shoehorned in. Oh, we don't even get her explaining her backstory. We get someone else explaining her backstory. Thank God Karen Fukuhara found another superhero-related thing to go to in The Boys. She's great in that show. He's not even kicking his legs. How does he swim?
That was only like, oh my god, we didn't even go through 10 minutes since the last time I checked. We still have another half an hour to go. Holy fuck.
Admittedly, the part of that is including credits, but Jesus, it's still too much. There's like 5 scenes minimum you could cut out from this movie and not miss anything. Look out! She's doing the hula hoop of death! What is it with this movie and smacking women's asses?
I don't know. This is so bad, this voice.
You can trust me, twitchy eyeball, headdress wearing witch that I am.
I feel like so bad for that actress.
Cara Delevingne, she's a good actress, you know?
She didn't ask for this.
Nah. Guess what Deadshot really wanted was to kill Batman.
Well, yeah, so then he doesn't have to go to jail or anything.
Okay, so she shows them visions of everything that the heart most desires, blah, 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 blah. She doesn't explain how she's able to make that happen. Like, anyone can just promise you whatever you want. Like, Jillian, I can make your heart's dream come true. Believe me. Also, anyone else really, really want to and yet also don't want to see what she made Captain Boomerang see?
I mean, we all know it had something to do with that unicorn.
It's a big CGI thing. We're doomed. Wait, he had explosive boomerangs? Why did he wait till now to show us that he had explosive fucking boomerangs?
I mean, he also waited until now to show us he had boomerangs with cameras on the end of them.
Yeah. Well, that's another thing. The subtitles show that this guy's name is Incubus. They never mention that in any dialogue. This guy's solution to everything is just kicking people. I love it. Ladies and gentlemen, your quota for What the Fuck of the Month. Like, he could do this the whole time, I guess, and... What? What the fuck am I watching? What? Why does it look like a fucking Aztec god? Jillian, explain this!
I mean, he did say that when he gets really angry, he loses control or whatever, so my guess is that this is what he meant.
I guess. I actually do think he showed us a vision of, like, his head like this earlier, but it was so quick. This is not how you do foreshadowing. He's not as popular as Harley Quinn. We can kill him off. Oh no, both Diablo and that one other guy whose name we didn't even know killed themselves. Oh, I feel so sad. Oh no, there's so much to live for. Blah. Okay, can the movie be over now?
No.
Ugh. One last boss battle. There will be theme parks everywhere! Better get a fast pass.
I was gonna say, as long as they're affordable, there's nothing wrong with theme parks everywhere.
Yeah, it's like Disney peak season theme parks. Nothing will be affordable. Okay, seriously, the lightning is now spreading across the entire country. Batman, fucking do something! Now, here's an idea. Why didn't you kill Waller? Because then, like, she's getting all her information from her.
I don't think they know where Waller is.
I thought they just saw her.
No, I think that was just the camera showing the audience, so we know that's where she's getting the info, but I don't think they know where she is.
This movie's sense of dramatic irony is really fucked up. Well, that's another thing. Why is only like half of Katana's dialogue subtitled? The rest is just her speaking Japanese. I want to know what she's saying, damn it! She speaks so rarely. Why has she got a bunch of shit on her face? Hey, it's everyone's least favorite character. Amazing. Even in this huge, poorly lit fight scene, they still managed to give us a shot of Harley Quinn's ass.
Yep.
This movie has its priorities straight. Can you see anything in this? I'm struggling.
A little.
I honestly wish he would have said, "Of all you have faced me, you guys are the lamest." Hey, come on, Enchantress, what's your 5-year plan? Maybe if you shot less people, it wouldn't. I mean, for some people, that's a plus.
We don't need you to say that.
More slow-mo. God, how many takes do you think that took? Okay, I see what they're going for here. Why didn't Harley just pick up the gun and shoot it herself? She hasn't missed a single shot this movie.
Because, just in case.
Sorry, Ghost Daughter. I have to do what's right.
You know, I will say, there wasn't as much lady dancing as I remembered. I'm a little disappointed.
Wait, that's all it took? One explosion? Fucking helicopters in the sky, sidewinder missiles through the roof. Done. Go home. God.
No, they had to remove the heart first.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think Rick Flag's a hugger either. That feels very out of character. The Eldritch deity just questioned whether or not this man had balls. This movie's terrible. Oh no, the love of his life that we never really figured out what their whole deal was is dead. Feels so bad for him, God. Also, I'd like to point out that in this movie called The Suicide Squad, was it 2 out of the Suicide Squad have died? I'm not sure if we're counting her or not. Oh, and she's moving, so she's alive. Yeah, it's definitely only 2.
Yeah, I was gonna say she lives at the end of this. I don't know.
Worst face mask ever. Never shopping at Boots again. Good question. It's because Amanda Waller is known for altruism. Just accept it, man, so this movie can be over. Whoa, she got real cool with his business real fast. There really need chains? Like, just handcuffs work on this guy. We've seen it. No, sorry, scheduling conflict. I can't be in the next movie. But don't worry, you'll have Idris Elba. I hear he's the voice of Knuckles.
I'm trying to remember, what movie did Will Smith end up being in that he had to say no to the sequel?
I don't know. He's got this new movie coming out where he's like the father of Venus and Serena Williams. Maybe it's that. I don't know. Okay, no, movie. No, you do not have the right to include a Queen song in this movie. How dare you?
It was in the trailer. It had to show up in the movie.
Why? Oh, great. More shots of women's asses. What is this movie's obsession? Yeah, I can really see them giving her an espresso machine. That was easy. Oh, I wonder who this could be with the word Joker on his...
I was thinking the exact same thing. I'm like, it's not much of a reveal. God, what a fucking disaster of a film.
We end with a shot of Jared Leto's smud face with no explanation as to how he survived. Oh yeah, Zack Snyder's got involved with this, you just know it. It's just as bad as I remember it. I think we broke down concisely why this movie doesn't work.
Yeah.
A combination of multiple factors. I mean, this movie is... Some movies are death by 1,000 cuts. Some movies just have like one or two things that are majorly wrong with them and it ruins the whole experience. This movie's got like both of those.
Yep.
There's like a couple of really big things that are just deal breakers, but also just a ton of little things that just remind you constantly about how aggravating this is. This movie's a stretch to get through.
Yeah, it's painful.
Oh, I love how Margot Robbie gets second billing to Jared Leto, when she had way more scenes than him.
Yep.
It could have worked. There were elements in here that maybe could have made it passable, but I think that's the worst thing. This movie has potential, but not a lot of potential. Like, if you just took the elements that are in this movie, reworked them a bit, you could have something that is, at best, passable, not even good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh god, and Katana gets second billing to fucking Common! Jesus! Thank God for James Gunn, that's all I'm gonna say. Oh my things, the heat is taking so. Damn it. Has anybody even done anything since this? I suppose he's done like one other movie, which I think had... I can't even remember. Oh, shut up, Jared Leto. You're not as good as you think you are. Oh, poor Ben Affleck. He had 3 shots to make this whole thing work, and he didn't do well on either of them. Not entirely his fault, but still.
I totally forgot that there was this end credit scene.
Me too. I don't think I even saw this in the theater.
No, I definitely did. I remember now that I see it, but
I think I ran from the theater screaming. No, you won't.
Yeah.
In fact, I think her guys are going to be infinitely more popular in the long run than your guys. And that's the fucking movie. Are we going to stick through the whole credits? No, we're not.
No, why would we?
Normally I would do, but yeah, I'm getting out of the fucking credits right now. So, we're going to go into our final thoughts in just a moment. Before we do that, here are some more ads for you. Check them out. Suicide Squad 2016, a complete and utter failure. It was supposed to be a brand new step forward for the DCEU, but like almost every single step in the DCEU, turned out to be actually quite a bit of a stumble. This movie has a special place in my cold black obsidian heart because I've said it before and I'll say it again. I once said in public in my very first podcast appearance that I thought this movie was going to be good, and it was shit. It turned me into a liar. I shall forever hate it for it.
I mean, I think that's fair. That's fair to think that it was going to be good, though, because the trailer was really good. Like, when the trailer came out, it was amazing. And then we got this piece of crap.
Yeah, we all got fooled. The cast got fooled. They all got like squad tattoos. Margot Robbie tattooed all of them. Oh dear. Well, at least we got the other one. And in fact, actually think about it, there have been 3 since this movie came out. Suicide Squad movies. 2 animated, 1 live action. They're all better than this.
Yeah, I mean, that sounds about right.
Admittedly, not a huge hurdle to jump over, but still. Do you have any other closing thoughts about this movie?
No, other than I think Will Smith was probably either filming Aladdin or Gemini Man or Bad Boys for Life to be in the way of being in the sequel. That was all I was going to offer. That's my contribution.
I mean, it's bigger than this movie's contribution to the DCEU, I'll give it that. So thank you very much, Jillian, for joining me today.
Yeah, of course.
And if you enjoyed the show, Capers, please tell your friends, shout it from the rooftops. And if you haven't already, go back and listen to some other super episodes, like our previous audio commentaries. I'm trying to drive Jillian insane. And you can listen to the show on iTunes, YouTube, Spotify, Amazon Music, or podcapers.com. If you want to get in touch with us, suggest show topics, or maybe come on the show yourself, you can find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at APTUHYC. Thank you very much to Dan Harris for our logo, the lovely microphone, the red and blue 3D glasses, those are mine. And thank you for listening. This has been Podcapers, the official podcast for a place to hang your cape. Cue the music!